snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Back on the field after a knee injury robbed him of his rookie season, but he showed a ton of promise in the limited sample size we saw of him during the preseason. Go back to the University of Michigan. You saw an accurate passer who ran the offense extremely well, but don't be fooled by that. He was never afraid to attack defenses with his arm, and he'll try to do the same here in the NFL.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 3. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Third down and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To the air with McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Vikings first down.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing is McCarthy. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
First and 10.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. They will play action. Here's McCarthy. Throw left side on target to Thielen. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. chance of picking this one up here on third down.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a first and 10. Here's McCarthy. He'll find Thielen working the middle. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the Ravens' 21-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson to target. That's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try.
A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds Ravens after getting this one across the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Baltimore.
Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
A gain of 15. First down, Ravens.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Raven first down.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. He dumps it off for Henry. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Now Jackson. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tyler Loop now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Ravens
pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. Receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He's tackled at the 30.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Jackson options out left. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
At the 43-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now it's Jackson. That went into the hands of Flowers. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
In motion, the tight end. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the
Call
play.
it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
On play action, now McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
And some room to run now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 24 yards to gain there, another first down as well.
First down. First and 10.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Credit that sack to Travis Jones. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now McCarthy. Looking in zone for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. And give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Will Reichard to kick
Minnesota's
off for the
kick team
Vikings.
ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Second and a couple. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
A gain of 9 yards.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
A gain of 2.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 8. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson going deep for Hopkins. And in for the Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 54 yards. And the Ravens use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Luke now for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
Ravens 17.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 11, 2:15 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. To the air with McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Jefferson. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. Throwing is McCarthy. He'll try to pick it up himself.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Here's 1st down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw McCarthy. That's caught by Addison. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
A gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.